Hello everybody, my name is Mind and welcome back to the Aeroteam YouTube channel, and today we've got another showcase for you, and I'm going to be taking you around our ERJ-145s in our Aero liveries world. Now this is a place where you guys, if you're an engineer, I think even if you're a builder, can hop online, grab one of our planes, copy and paste them at the end of the line, and start making a bunch of liveries. So that's basically what we're doing today. Most of these were made by people on the server. There's a couple of team members, but a lot of them are done by our server members. And so that's really cool. If you're wondering how to get here, all you've got to do is do /warp liveryland, or you're going to need to do /tpp livery, or Aero liveries. That's the name. Yep, Aero liveries. There we go. And that'll teleport you to the world. We've got a few aircraft, ERJ of course, and then the 737s. I think most of the 737s actually off in the distance over there and there. Even the 757s are somewhere in this world. We might throw in the 76s because we've also got that done, and they're pretty cool. We're going to be adding stuff over time. Hopefully over the summer it'll be a bit more active as we've not got school. But anyway, we're going to be taking a look at this ERJ-145. This thing was originally made by Rellas and then checked over by lots of the team, so he did a superb job on them. It's not often that we get a plane that was built by one member. Normally we work on it all together, but he really wanted an ERJ-145 and he was like, oh, we've not got an updated one, I'm gonna do it myself. So that was good on him. It's a little old now. We've just had it sitting here, but still pretty cool. Anyway, we can go ahead and take a look around it. It is, of course, in our new Aeroteam 2.0 Dev 16 resource pack. Of course, gonna finish it eventually, one day, hopefully. And we can take a look around it in this livery. Anyway, so very front, you've got pitot tubes and all the static ports that you normally have on virtually every aircraft. The nose gear door, the actual nose gear, pretty simple and straightforward. Now, you might notice that this thing is only 3 blocks wide, but it does have an interior. Yes, it does. So you can see the cockpit right here, and then we can slide on through. There's a little door here, and then you can come through overhead bins, sort of, and then all these seats that run along. It's pretty cool and very neat how Rellas managed to cram it in there. Anyway, as for the exterior, you have the R1 door and the L1 door. Of course, the R1 door on the 145 is much smaller and has a window in it, while the L1 is further forward and bigger and no window. There's some more stuff along, or airfoil extensions, ports, antenna, etc. along the top. You've also got beacon lights right there and there. Using the right word? I think I'm using the right word. Anyway, very large wing box on the 145, swoops out right here. Some vents on the side, and then the wing right here. Main gears on either side are right there and there. On the top you have all of the markings for the control surfaces on the aircraft. On the 145 and the ERJ series, they've got little rakes from the wing coming off. I believe there's 4 of them, but in 1.5 to 1 it's still more accurate to have 3 buttons for this area. Then we also have, this is only on this side because there's 2 variants and we just have one variant on one side and the other on this side. This is the XR, one of the 2, and it basically just has a winglet and an airfoil extension that runs along the back there, although I don't think it's included here. Pretty simple. Then you have the rear of the wing box as well as the engine, and underneath the engine on the left hand side of the aircraft we have the main cargo door, and then there's also a smaller door right here for any bulk storage. I believe that's what it's for. Exhaust of the engine like so, and then you've got the tail, which looks very, very nice. Rellas did an excellent job. Now you also have the other side of the aircraft right here, and this is basically the exact same thing as the other side, except just without a winglet, the original version. Anyway, as for the liveries themselves, basically what you do, you come on here, you copy one of the aircraft down, you copy one of these signs, it'll show up with a red dot to begin with because that means not a team member hasn't checked it yet. But you come here, These will be here at the top. You have the builder, correct interior, livery name, and certified Aeroteam check thing. Bit of a joke for the name. But anyway, Wells is the builder. It has the correct interior, and the livery is BMI Regional, who did go bust during the pandemic, I believe. They have an awesome livery though. Little swoosh right here from blue, the BMI text right there, red engine casing with some casing, what am I, the words I'm looking for, and then some text along the side, and then you have the tail right here with a bit more swooshy colors. What you'll notice as we go along here is everyone's trying new things when it comes to liveries. We're not the sort of build style where we'll do indentations to get like a line of colors, but we do quite often use like buttons and signs, so you'll see them quite frequently appear throughout these liveries as we come along. The next one we have here is by Wells again. Interestingly enough, the American guy, who is very patriotic when it comes to America, wanted to make all of the European liveries, or the British liveries. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, this is British Midland Airways, and I think they went bust as well, unless I'm completely wrong and they still operate. But they have a very simple livery. It's grey on the bottom, a red and black stripe, and then blue on the top, and I think he's done an excellent job. Coming along, we have a BA livery. I don't know who did it, but whoever did do it did an excellent job on the tail, and we'll show you that in a second. You have the classic blue stripe along the bottom of the blue underbelly of BA's aircraft. The classic swoosh, what do they call it now? It's gone by loads of different names, I think. But you also have the British Airways text right there. Then the engine, I think that's just the logo, or maybe some more BA text. But whoever did this tail did an awesome job. They've got all the swooshes, I like using that word, but what they really did is they used a sign to sort of make it more angled, and I think that adds quite a bit of style and flair to the design of the livery. Next one we've got here is by Minimum, and of course he's an engineer. We're going to start getting through loads of our server members' aircraft. He built this Luxair livery. Now it's in between being updated from the pack, so you might see there's a couple of bells like sticking out. That's our sideways slabs that are being fixed, don't worry about them. But anyway, this Luxair, I think they've got the logo there, text right there. Now I really like their livery. It's a blue tail along with the red swooshy thing. Gonna use that word quite a lot at the top here. And they also paint, aside from the leading edge, which sort of is marked out weird here, but they paint their horizontal stabilizers red, which I find quite interesting. Now you will notice there was use of the warped trapdoor, which is in the pack now, or just in the game in general. And Fifi actually was the one that came along to check all of these, and he added that in. I'm pretty sure he did, and I think it's really cool. And big thank you to Fifi for actually coming through and checking all of the aircraft and making sure that they were up to scratch, at least for a showcase sake. Anyway, the next aircraft that we're going to be checking out is by Dry, and it's Aero Mongolia. I've not really heard too much about Air Mongolia. I mean, I don't think many people have. It's a Mongolian airline. Mongolia, population 3 or 4 million people, large country, but not many people. So its airlines I don't think are that popular, but it does look rather cool. I think he's done an excellent job. Again, a bit more with the resource pack sort of being in Switch. Anyway, next aircraft we have here is by Fifi. So the South African guy does an American airline. The American guy is doing a British one. The at least Minway's done a Luxair one, which is relatively close to where he's from. And I mean, I don't know why Dry chose to do Aero Mongolia. I don't think he lives in Mongolia, but fair enough. Cool livery. But anyway, we've got the new American livery, and I think he's done an excellent job. You've got the all grayed out, and we have used snow quite frequently in the snow, so you'll sort of see that there. All grayed out. You've got the text, American Airlines text, some more text right there, and then the tail. He's done an interesting thing where he's used the jungle signs, which are white in our pack, to sort of give it a bit of a different texture, and I think it works out pretty well. I think he's done an excellent job when it comes to this tail. Very nice. The next thing we're going to go through, oh, I really like this one. Finally, a guy who, I think he knows American, yeah, I think he is. He's done an American airline. We've got Continental right here, but he did something really, sorry, not Continental, United, same livery though. But he's done something really cool with the tail. Not necessarily, like, completely accurate, but I think it is cool and a good idea to try. Anyway, so you've got the gray underbelly, the United Express text right there. This does have the winglet, although it is missing the airfoil extension at the bottom, but we'll excuse that. You've got some more text right there, but what he did here was pretty cool. He used signs in order to get, because this is such a small little area, it would have just looked a bit messy and there wouldn't have been any blue whatsoever. So he was able to throw in that blue and still get in the quartz or white scheme with the signs, and I think it was creative. I think it was a good try. Anyway, continuing on, we've got Aeromexico, and this was by Dry. So I live in Houston, so I see these Aeromexico liveries quite frequently, and I think they look so good. I really love the red and then blue stripe, and then it comes up right through there, and then the swoosh in the back and the head of a person. I think it's the head of a person on the tail. I don't know. I think their liveries, it's a bit different from what you normally see, and I think it looks good. You've got the blue engines as well. Pretty much it for this livery. Very nice. Next one, we've got Delta, and this one was done by Minue. Pretty simple. He's got the Delta widget on the tail. I think he did a nice job on it. The blue underbelly, text on the side, Delta Connect, I think it is. The registration right here, engine, and then the widget. And the widget is massive on these tails, like it goes all the way up to the horizontal stabilizer. It looks super nice. The next livery is another Delta one. This one's by Pasta. He's done the old, I think it's literally just called Wavy Gravy. I don't know. I think there's a specific name for it. Oh no, I think it's Delta Colors in Motion. I think that's the name of the livery. But it's basically this gray swooshy underbelly with the text on top that says like Delta Connect. Registration there, but then it's got super nice light blue, dark blue, red sort of colors here. I think it's looking very good. There's the old American Eagle livery. We're not going to check that one out. It's not done, and I just moved it over to the side. But we are going to check out is a Swiss one, and this is by Pasta. Swiss is pretty simple in their livery. Red right here, that's a Swiss, and then the logo on the tail. Pretty simple. It's hard to get it perfectly centered, especially in this scale, so we'll excuse it, but it looks pretty good. Oh, and then red text on the side of the aircraft along with the registration right there. Nice job of using the button, by the way. I think that adds a bit of detail in terms of like the way the text is shaped. Anyway, as for that one, we've got a more of a colorful livery. Tries like to put his name like that. This is Denver Air Connection. I've not really seen them much before, although when I have flown into Denver, I have seen this cool livery once or twice, I think. Unless I'm confusing it with another airline. But nice green swoosh with a blue underbelly, and I think it looks pretty cool. I think they've got, I think it says Denver Connection or something up here. But other than that, I think it looks super good, and we can look around the other side. It's a very colorful livery, I've got to give them that. And now for one, so I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of Alitalia's livery, but honestly on this 145, and I think this is sort of the older one because it's got the nose painted black, I think it looks really good. Like I really like the way this looks. This was made by Mei, and so you've got the Alitalia text right here and the green line that goes along with their logo in the back. It's sort of an older style in terms of livery, but I think it looks really good, especially on this 145. And then you have the nose painted black right there, along with the A for Alitalia, basically their logo on the tail of the aircraft right there. Continuing on, we have, this is built by Fifi, this is FastJet. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I think they're an African airline. I might be wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong, Fifi, you can tell me where they're from. But it's a pretty cool livery. Red text on the front, and then you also have a very, very colorful design for a tail. I'm pretty sure it's a bird on the tail. I might be wrong. Okay, don't judge. Anyway, he's done this cool thing where he's used the invisible item frames and a button to sort of get an interesting texture there. It's a bit glitchy right now, but I think it's a nice try at trying to be a bit more creative with the builds. Something we really like to see. Anyway, the next one, and so I think this is the second to last one. This is a quick showcase. I wanted to get through, and hopefully we can do more like these. This is Dniprovia. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. This is my Nothing Like a Fish. It's pretty cool. It's just it's a Ukrainian airline. It's just basically straight blue. Its name right here, bit of a logo, I think right here built in, and then the logo as well on the tail, and it looks pretty good. All blue, nice blue color using the pack. And then the very last one, this isn't a 145, this is actually just a 140. Fifi took this because he needed it for his airport. Hopefully we can maybe show that off in the future because it's so cool. But he needed this for his airport and he built it. This is a South African airlink, so the South African built the South African airplane. Made sense. This is a 140. And he's done some cool things with the textures, using item frames and the signs to get really specific with the design. There's a bit of green, bit of a some markings right there, and then the tail. I really like how he executed the tail right here. Basically colors of the South African flag, or it is the South African flag. I might be wrong there. Anyway, it looks super good. I think he did an excellent job. Bit glitchy with the trapdoor, maybe need to fix that, but otherwise, awesome job. And I'd like to thank everyone who contributed to this. Hopefully we can get some more of these done in the future, and we can take a look through interiors of them on bigger aircraft. We should have a 175 being complete soon, so maybe we can get some liveries on that. That would be absolutely superb. Or maybe we get even more liveries on the 145, and you guys can do, and we can do a part 2 to this, because the 145 is a very popular aircraft. Anyway guys, this is my second time trying to record this, and you just heard me smash something, but this is my second time trying to record this. The first time the audio wasn't working for some reason, I didn't catch it. Silly me. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching. My name is Mind. Take care. Bye bye.